It did take two yahoos from California to think going out and shooting an action scene in the snow is a good idea.
Let me preface this by saying I left England because it was too cold. So when I found out that I would be in, not Montreal, but Ottawa in winter, I was filled with dread. But when you go and you see that powder thin snow, it literally is like a Christmas card. The great wonder of being out there in minus degree weather, your nose running. Do you know what I mean? Your eyes. I've never been so cold in my life, but I had a lot of fun.
I made a pact that we were never going to complain about the cold. We were going to be stoic in the face of all adversity, and you would never hear us complain. You gotta do that.
You gotta walk the walk.
And I remember we were out there and we were going through storyboards with the stunt team, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna be doing this, we're doing that.
Rips off his glove.
Yeah, I got my glove.
Thumbing through the storyboards.
And about 2 minutes in this conversation, my hands totally went numb. So I'm just kind of like club beating at the things to go through. And about 6 minutes in the conversation, one of the guys comes up to me and he goes, hey, Ash, I've seen you've had your gloves off for about 6 minutes, and just so you know, at 8, you're going to start getting irreparable frostbite damage in your hands. And at which point I said, thank you, sir. I'll take one of those hand warmers and let's put these back in the base.
So we were really out there, it wasn't any sort of stuff that they'd shipped in and dusted all over the place. We were in ice up to our knees.
There was hurdles to overcome.
Constant hurdles. So we were super happy that we had 4 days to shoot it because it was logistically really tough.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It is incredibly hard to shoot in the snow. If you're ever looking at shooting in the snow, some of the things that you have to be aware of, which our first AD told us right away, was you have to budget in 20% extra time because people are walking around, they're slippery, the gear gets wet. And one of the big challenges was we had snow initially, and then as we shot, the sun came out. And it was really beautiful to watch the Nelms brothers and Johnny Durango, the DP, solve those problems as we went through it to bridge that.
We don't have a lot of money, so you see scenes with cars just getting ripped apart. We have one take. Yeah. There's no reset.
Yeah.
We blow up a big barn facade.
One take.
Big explosion coming up. We're gonna make the barn go boom. And Walton will be at the helm. Skinny man.
Yeah.
See it? Ah, yeah, boys. That's awesome.
That was amazing.
That's so good. Hey, baby. That's awesome.
It's down and dirty in a lot of ways, but they got a lot of quality. I watched the thing and the way it looked and the way it was shot, and it just looks like big budget. It just, so, they've been there before and they know what they're doing. And the camera work was excellent. It belies its humble budget that it looks so grand, But that's what you got to do these days.
Yeah, in the snow for long shootouts, it was a huge challenge, and you just want a team that works together really well to be able to keep plowing through that and really solve problems as you go, because you don't really know what the weather's going to hand you.
And we were well looked after on set. People would be running over with those sort of aluminium, things that you get after a marathon, and hand warmers and stuff.
And, they were doing it on not a whole bunch of money. Enough, but so it wasn't, they're not doing it to make profits. They're doing it because they love it and they want to say something. And I just want to get to work with guys like that. I enjoyed it.
They were great. I enjoyed working with them because they kept such a nice set. No shouting, no panicking, not that we saw anyway. They kept things running really evenly, thanked everybody every night. They're good guys, and they allow for the process to take place. They allow for you to find the character. They don't impose too much. They know exactly what they want and what they're looking for, but they're open for creativity and discovery in the moment, which is always great, which always helps a production to breathe,